But it is nice. Like, I think the reason why the magic urns are in here is in case you're getting worn down by all the other enemies. Level 50 magic. Now, this guy's undead, but again, he cannot defend himself against Quake. Yeah. I'm just going to bounce Cure off of herself. And the rest of us can just use Quake. Yeah, so he does cast his Stega on himself, unfortunately. He's smart enough to know to use it on us, because it'll bounce off. Yeah, but his HP just can't keep up with the bombarding of Quake spells. She learned Shell, and she's still learning Dispel, so we'll keep Alexander on her for the time being. Yeah, so this is basically the navigation part is just up. You just keep going up staircases, and the enemies get, well, supposedly they get tougher and tougher. Yeah, once you have spells like Quake and Flood, I actually want to see, yeah, Quake is cheaper than Flood, so it costs less. We'll use Flood just so you can see it. And I can call the Esper, even though she doesn't know the spell yet. That's enough at you guys. Okay, yeah, so these other two guys, you do have to unfortunately use something different than Quake, because they are both considered to be flying, floating enemies. So you see it's missing them as well. Thankfully, we have two characters that know Flood. Nope. Flood, and Terra knows Fire-Raga, so it would have been funny if he hit Silence on himself. Okay, right, because they're floating. It had no effect. Okay, that's a neat trick, but you're about to get bombarded. Like, yeah, can I get a turn here? I'd appreciate that. Take that. Boom. That's crazy. I had like almost all my characters had magic spells queued up, and it just kept taking turns over and over and over. And I'm like, can I get a turn in here? That would be really nice. Yeah, she knows Flood, she knows Quake, and someone else is using Phoenix. I guess I'll have her start learning Valor, even though it's kind of no point using it here. Genji shield. So with the helm and the armor, I believe that's the full set of Genji equipment. Unless there's Genji gloves, I might have missed those. I don't quite know. I don't think any of these guys are floating, so I think Quake should be fine to use. Yeah, so she casts Reflect off of us onto herself, but again, Quake is just going to keep crushing everything. Abyssal Maw. Oh, it missed. Huh, that's interesting. Well, this probably should not miss, hopefully. Oh, it is missing. Huh. I didn't quite realize. I thought it was hitting him. Okay, well, we're not going to keep using Quake then, if that's the case. I wasn't paying attention. There we go. Strategy learned Fire, Terra learned Stega. Okay, Stratego's gonna stick with Phoenix for now. What are you gonna learn next, girl? She's learned a lot of good stuff. I think Meteor is another spell that passes through Reflect. We'll get her start on Flood, which is another spell that was not in the original SNES version. But it's nice because, I mean, water is... it's an element in this game, but there's not a lot of water-based spells. There's Aqua Breath, which I believe is like water and wind, and then there's Tsunami, which is just water. But since Leviathan was not in the original game, Flood was not either, and I think it was really good that they made a Flood spell so that other characters can deal water-type damage. It was not represented very well, let's put it that way. The water element. Come on. Okay, so there's at least one floating enemy here, so... Okay, so let's use Blizzara, because I know that that guy's not immune to Blizzara. She can use Quake, but it's better to stick with Flood, because we have a floating enemy here. Nope. Nice. Okay, that's not really going to help you. I know it's not going to hit the floating guy, but it is going to hit the ground-bound enemy. But you're starting to see how this battle plays out. With Reflect Rings, we are pretty much immortal, and we can just keep using our big spells like Quake and Flood to decimate the enemy party. And we are learning a lot of nice spells. Whew. Besides the desert, this is probably the best place to power up your spells. So he's still working on re-raise. Ragnarok, actually, oh, float, she doesn't know yet. She almost does, but not quite. So here we have the Holy Dragon. And I'm just going to check one thing. Okay. So again, we have our handicap of only being able to use magic, but we have everything we need to take down this Holy Dragon. So that's a very simple script. It likes to use Holy, of course, obviously, and it also likes to use Dispel to remove any positive stasis that your team has. There, he's coming in with Dispel, so he's going to remove Float. Reflect will stay in effect because of Reflect Ring. However, as you saw, this dragon has one crippling status effect, which is Silence. with silence on it, it cannot do anything, and it's literally just going to sit there and take a beating. It's going to try to cast spells, but as you see, it's going to do absolutely nothing. Fire-Raga. 4 Fire-Ragas will probably be more effective. I need Osmos. Okay, she doesn't know Fire-Raga yet. Fire-Raga, I'll just use Fire-Raga. Yeah, but you can see how easy this is. All it's just going to do is just sit there and try casting the spell, and it's going to fail because it's silenced. Oh shoot, I used Quake and Realm is going to take damage from it. Shoot. Okay, she's alright. She'll be okay. Of course, I can't cast Cure on her, but that's okay. She's Bio, I suppose, and we'll just keep using Fire-Raga, and we'll use Flood so we don't keep hitting poor Realm. There we go, boom. So, I mean, the Holy Dragon, as you can see, is very, very boring, because once you cast Silence on it, it can literally do nothing. Realm finally learned Quake, and Celeste learned Float. So, we're gonna cast Float back on Realm. And we got a Holy Lance for killing it, which is okay. And the Kaganui, which I believe is for Shadow, and I think it's a weapon that casts Stop on its targets. So, again, that's also very good. Can I run? Yeah, it won't let me run away. That's okay, because we can just kill these guys with Quake and Flood spells. So actually I should use Flood because, yeah, there's only one enemy that can be actually hit with the Quake spells. Boom. Yeah, and as you can see, for restoring your MP, because obviously you could run out of MP quite quickly in this area, Osmos is the weapon of choice. All the enemies in this area have MP that you can steal from, so that should not be an issue. I'm going to use Flood just in case that one is floating. I think it might be. Yep. Oh, it's not floating, but it is immune. Oh, you cast Re-Raise on me. Thank you. Yeah, she needed that. So we're going to use Flood instead of Quake. Yeah, so that level 90 magic likes to use restorative spells and bounce them off your team to heal itself and its allies, but it's not going to be strong enough to keep them alive. I'm dealing far more damage than they can out-heal, so it's not going to work. Oh, is it immune to Flood as well? Gotta figure out what I can damage this thing with. Doesn't like poison. What about fire? Yep. Fire works. Bio also works. Poison. There we go. That one was a little tough. Now you guys again. How's it going? Bio. Bioraga. Bio. Bioraga. It's weird that it casts Re-Raise on your team, because Re-Raise is another spell that just passes through Reflect, so I don't know if it's trying to bounce it off onto itself, but it's not going to work. Yeah, Curaga is a big one, but it's just so weird that it's casting things that pass through Reflect that help me. And then, yeah, it likes to cast Stop on itself, or it likes to cast Stop on us, but because of Reflect Rings, it ends up casting it on itself, and then it just kind of sits there and you can kill it easily. So, good job on you. Yeah. Terrorlearn Flood. That's good. Cactar, Gilgamesh, you can start learning that. Force Armor. I believe we got one of those already. Yeah, armor that halves damage with multiple elements. So second one is never bad. You can be affected by Quake. That's going to be our method of attack here. Oh, so they're the magic level 80s. I thought they were the level 90s, but I guess the other one that we fought was the 90 level. Anyway, I mean, they can heal themselves by bouncing spells off us, but it's a foregone conclusion. We're going to win. especially if you cast things like re-raise on me. Boom. So let's learn Slow God. Does she have quits? Yeah, oh yeah. I didn't even realize, I forgot. She still had that on. Alright. Let's see what she's gonna learn next. Let's have her start working on Holy. Nobody has the Holy spell yet. Go. Well, we know how to deal with you two. Thanks, I guess. Uh-huh. Boom. Thank you. Yeah, by now you basically know how I'm going to win this battle. I'm just going to keep casting Quake until these two die. There we go. Strategy learned re-raise. There you go. Now we got two characters that can cast it. So I'm definitely going to switch around here. Have her start learning that. Yeah, have him learn Dispel. Oh, she has learned Quake. Okay. Flood. She should start learning that. Alright. I'm just going to check one quick thing here. Yeah. Okay. So, right. Go up here and grab the Soul of Thamasa, which is a very nice relic. However, when you try to take it out of the tower, these guys don't like that. Lord Kefka's treasure. Return the treasure. This ghost guy shows up. Hi there. So we are facing the Magic Master. Obviously, he likes to use a lot of magic, but thanks to our Reflect Rings, we are safe. Now, the one or are we? The one thing that you need to be sure to do is, find it here, cast Re-Raise on your team. Cast it. Because this guy has a very nasty move when he dies. Before he actually kicks the bucket, he will cast Ultima in an attempt to take you out with him, and because of his high magic power, it will kill you. So, if you are not prepared, he's going to take you out with him. That is why we are using Re-Raise to keep my team alive. In the meantime, how do you win this battle? You simply don't attack. With the Reflect Rings, all the spells that he's casting are going to just keep backfiring. He's going to keep attacking himself. He can deal a lot more damage to himself than you can damage him with your spells, so it's better just to... Now, if I use Osmos, I'm worried that might invoke a... because when you attack him, he uses Barrier Change, which basically makes him weak against one random element, but all others heal him. So you want to be careful, because if you attack him and uses barrier change, then some of these spells that are bouncing back and are dealing damage to him may in fact heal him. Death, not going to work on himself, yeah. But yeah, I actually am going to not cast Osmos in this battle, because again, I don't want him to switch his weakness and start healing. Like, if he absorbed fire there, then he would have just been healing himself, and then it gets much more difficult because you have to keep attacking him until he switches to a random element that he is not going to cast. Something like wind or something like that. Anyway, so this is basically the setup. We've cast 3 rays on my entire team. He's just going to keep casting spells on us, and it's going to keep hitting him. So there's really nothing else to this battle. If it takes much longer, I may just fast forward to the end. This doesn't kill him. There we go, Ultima. So we cast Ultima, and everyone dies. However, thanks to re-raise, these little angels come back and revive my party members, and we get to walk away. We're weak, but we get to walk away. Stretcher learned Dispel, Terra learned Valor. So there we go. And can I teleport out of the tower? No, the game wants to be very cruel and be like, no, you don't get the easy way out. That's alright. Terra learned Valor. And he learned Dispel. Let's just figure out what we're doing from here with our Espers. I'd like to start learning these. I'd like to have somebody start to learn those. Let's have her work on Holy to begin with. You can get Hastega. And Relic, the Soul of Themassa. Change the magic command to dual cast. So this is basically how you get the dual cast command, allowing you to cast 2 spells at once, which is really nice. No, still can't teleport here. So, yeah, obviously I'm going to be fine. I can use things like Quake to destroy the enemy party once I cast Float on myself, because I don't think Float can be reflected. But let's just be careful. There we go. Now, Tornado is nasty, and it does pass through Reflect here. It's going to, yeah, cause a lot of damage. It won't kill party members, but it will severely weaken them. And I don't think I have Drain. Yeah. Yeah, Tornado is kind of like that one thing that you have to be very careful about. She has absolutely no magic left, so we will have to use an Ether for her. There we go, he got his MP back. Oh yeah, I think that thing's immune to Flood as well. Oh, Tornado again. Does this even do anything to us? Yep, weakens us. And we can't use cure spells, obviously. There we go. Now we are okay though, because this thing is not going to be able to kill us. Especially when it casts Stop on itself. This thing needs to hurry up and die. There we go. So that's basically our time for this episode. I'm not going to show you the descent from the tower. You've seen these battles by now. You know how this is going to go. I'm pretty much still immortal. I mean, even though, I almost got taken out by tornadoes. Tornado cannot actually kill you because it's a percentage-based attack. So I was actually not in as much danger as it might have seemed. But next time when we come back, I'll meet you guys at the bottom of the tower. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys, and I'll see you again soon.